What's up, guys? Welcome back to another recap. This is going to be the one for last night's games. Since it was Tuesday, I believe, yeah, there were only 5 games on, so there's not much to cover for this video. But let's get started with Celtics Bucks, the highly anticipated matchup, which unfortunately wasn't as good or wasn't as exciting to a lot of casual fans by the naked eye as it seems, because the Celtics were missing basically their entire starting lineup. The Celtics were they only had Rob Williams. That's the only starter they had. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, Marcus Smart, they were all out. So it was basically our bench just tried to do the best they could. And honestly, we lost this game 131 to 125, but we went into overtime. We took the fully healthy Milwaukee Bucks into overtime. You got to give the Celtics credit. I mean, you can't, this isn't a bad loss. We took them into overtime and we just couldn't complete it. It is what it is. We did we did what we could. The Bucks, because they were healthy, they ended up just being better at the end. It is what it is. There's nothing we could do about that. You know what I'm saying? So, but in terms of the stats, Derek White was the player of the game with 27 and 12 assists. Derek White, honestly, this entire season has been a diamond in the rough. Well, not a diamond in the rough because he was good on the Spurs, but he has been one of the best acquisitions we've had in years. Like, this dude has been unbelievable. When he gets his chance, he has gone off. And lately he's been having double-digit assists in almost every game over the last 5 games. He's been unbelievable, shooting the three extremely well. He's seen to get a lot of confidence back with that, and I'm glad that he's finally playing well. And he kind of took over the scoring load a lot in this game, which was needed considering we were missing our 2 star players, and Al Horford and Marcus Smart. I think Tatum is out with some sort of illness, and Jaylen Brown is still recovering from that face fracture that he suffered in the Sixers game about a week ago. What's it called? What the hell? Al Horford's been dealing with back stiffness, and Marcus Smart was still dealing with that injury he suffered against Toronto almost a month ago. But I believe in tonight's game against the Pistons, he is back. So that's exciting to hear. Good for him. I'm glad that he's finally returned. But anyways, Malcolm Brogdon also off the bench at 26. Him and Derek White really did all that they could to try to keep the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? You know what's crazy? The Celtics actually had the lead a majority of this game. We just couldn't finish it off. We actually were up by double digits at one point. We're actually up by 12 in the third quarter. Because I actually watched this game. I rewatched the highlights of this game, and we were doing really well for most of the game, and then unfortunately we just kind of fell apart in the fourth quarter. Giannis just started doing Giannis things. We started turning it over. We started missing shots, and the Bucks are just incredible in transition. So there's nothing we could do about that. And unfortunately, because when our starters are out, we don't have a lot of size, so we didn't really have a lot to deal with Giannis. Because we just kind of resorted to double teaming him most of the time. But unfortunately, Drew Holiday was making all kinds of shots, making a shit ton of 3-point shots. So it was kind of hurting. It was pick your poison type shit, especially at the end. So, but I can't be too mad about this loss, even though it brings the Bucks 1 win closer to taking the 1 seed from us, which sucks. It sucks that the race for the 1 seed in the East is literally that close, but that we don't really have it secured by a few wins. But it is what it is. Honestly, it is what it is. We weren't fully healthy in this game, and we did all that we could. We took them in overtime, and we really did what we could. What's it called? Grant Williams had 12 and 10. He had the double-double. Mike Muscala had 18. Mike Muscala has also been a very good pickup. We picked him up by the trade deadline. We traded Justin Jackson, who is a useless third stringer that we almost never played unless it was garbage time or we had injuries. So we traded him and got Mike Muscala, who's been an incredible rotation piece. And I think he's got extreme amount of value. And he had 18. Honestly, ever since he came to the team, he's been unbelievable. He's been incredible. So shout out to Mike Muscala. Blake Griffin also chipped in with 15 points. He's also done pretty well in his role so far. He's been incredible. Sam Hauser had 15. You know what I'm saying? It was just a contribution from most people on the team, from a lot of guys on the team. But we just couldn't match up with the Bucks. Unfortunately, Giannis had a near triple-double, 36, 13, and 9. Giannis did Giannis things. And he took over in the fourth quarter and there was and overtime, and there was nothing we could do. So, and then Drew Holiday, like I said, he had 40 fucking points. He was on fire in this game. He literally could not miss a three-pointer. So that fucking sucked, especially since Chris Middleton didn't play that well. He had 16 points and 11 rebounds, but Chris Middleton was not making his shots like he usually does. So, yeah, it just sucks that we lost this game because of how close the race is, but for the 1 seed. But, yeah, shout out to the Celtics for giving it a go with a bunch of starters being out. So we did what we could. We did all we could. We at least tried our best and fought. We didn't get blown out. I'm glad that we didn't get fucking blown out and blasted by 30 or something like that. I'm glad that we fought to the end, even though it didn't result in a W. Raptors Magic is the next game. Raptors won this one 123-113. Wendell Carter Jr. was actually the player of the game with 26. I didn't expect him to score that much. Markelle Fultz had 19. Jalen Suggs had 24 off the bench. Paulo Banchero only had 13. He's definitely not been nearly as good as he was early on in the year, but, I mean, it is what it is. On the Raptors side, though, Jakob Poeltl. I totally forgot Jakob Poeltl got traded back to Toronto. I think at this point the Spurs are really just trying to tank for that first overall pick, and just hopefully they win and just hopes that they win the lottery. So, but he had 30 points. He had 30 points. And actually, I believe that the team is scoring. Yeah, he did. Pascal Siakam had 26. Precious Achiuwa had 11 and 13 rebounds. Scottie Barnes had 17. Fred VanVleet only had 10 points, but he had 15 assists. Chris Boucher had 13. Malachi Flynn had 10. So, good win. Good quality win from the Raptors. Next is Kings Suns. On the Kings side of things, De'Aaron Fox had 35. De'Aaron Fox has been on a tear in these last couple of games. I'm glad he made the All-Star team as a reserve. Even though he was a replacement for an injured player, I'm glad that he made it. I'm glad that he was named an All-Star this year. He definitely deserved it. Him and Sabonis both deserved it. Domantas Sabonis, speaking of which, had 24 and 15 and 7 assists. So he's been incredible as well. So shout out to him. Kevin Huerter had 18 points. Harrison Barnes had 11. And Terrence Davis had 11. On the Suns side, I have no idea when Kevin Durant is making his debut with Phoenix. Whenever he gets healthy, I guess, which is probably going to be sometime after All-Star break. But we'll have to see. It's gonna be exciting. I know that. It's gonna be very, very exciting. On the Suns side, Devin Booker led the team in scoring with 32 points. Chris Paul had Jesus Christ. Chris Paul had 17 points and 19 assists. He doesn't score that much anymore, but damn, he definitely gets those dimes. He's still, even with his old age, he's an incredible playmaker. And I think that's one thing that doesn't change even when you get older. He still has the vision. He still has the IQ. It's all there. He's not nearly as good defensively as he used to be, and he doesn't score as much as he used to. He kind of lets Devin Booker do most of the scoring. But DeAndre Ayton as well had 29 and 11. And Josh Okogie actually had 19 points. And I'm being honest, the Suns roster isn't bad. It's not bad, actually. If you look at the bench, it's not terrible. Damian Lee, who's a knockdown shooter, especially, he used to play with Gold. He won a ring with the Warriors, so he's a great knockdown shooter for them. Josh Okogie can do great things. Torrey Craig is a great rotational player. T.J. Warren is also on this team. He was in that deal, and he came with Kevin Durant to Phoenix. So it's funny because he actually used to play for Phoenix before he went to the Pacers. So he's in his second stint with Phoenix right now. But yeah, just a good quality win from Phoenix. Shout out to Devin Booker and Chris Paul and Ayton. Can't wait to see what Kevin Durant looks like on this team. Next is Warriors Clippers. Clippers got the win, 134-124. Warriors definitely put up a fight, considering the fact that they were missing Steph. Draymond Green at 15, 5, and 7. Dante DiVincenzo at 10. Jordan Poole at 28. Klay Thompson at 18. Von Lee at 11 and 14. Off the bench, Kuminga had 16, and Ty Jerome had 11. So, yeah. On the Clippers side, Kawhi had 33, 7, and 4. So, typical Kawhi numbers, when he's fully healthy, he's definitely puts up a very efficient stat line most of the time. Let me actually check his shooting splits. 12. He was on fire. 12 of 17 from the field, 7 of 9 from 3. So he was definitely feeling it tonight, without a doubt. Shout out to Kawhi, man. I don't know if you guys know this, but I do have Kawhi jersey. I got it after the year after they lost in the bubble. I got his jersey. It's back here somewhere. Hold on. Here it is. Yeah, I got this I believe I got this as a birthday or Christmas present, I believe. So, yeah, shout out to. I've always wanted a Kawhi Leonard jersey, but I wanted to get when I got this, I wanted to get one on the team that he was currently playing on, which is the Clippers. So, I'm glad that I have that jersey. Obviously, I could have been a bandwagon and just got a Kawhi Raptors jersey because he got them a championship, but or a Spurs one. I could have gotten a Spurs one too, but I wanted to get a Kawhi one for the team he's currently playing for. So, yeah. Paul George had 20 and 8 assists. Norman Powell at 24, Terrence Mann at 16, Ivica Zubac at 10. Also, shout out to the new additions to the Clippers: Eric Gordon, Mason Plumlee, and Bones Highland. Nashawn is his actual name. It says it on here. It lists as Nashawn Highland. Nashawn Highland, but people call him Bones Highland. So, but yeah, shout out to the new additions because they actually did pretty decently for their debuts, with the team. And Eric Gordon honestly is a great addition to the Clippers. I'm glad he's on the team. On the Wizards, and then finally we have Wizards Trailblazers. Wizards destroyed the Trailblazers 126-101. Kyle Kuzma had a very good game. He had 33 points, leading scorer. Kristaps Porzingis had 28 and 12, and Bradley Beal had 19. So, other than those two, everybody kind of just shat the bed. Damian Lillard once again almost another 40-piece, 39, 10, and 6. He's been on a tear lately. He's definitely one of the best scorers in the game right now. It's unbelievable how easily he gets these 40 pieces. Cam Reddish had 18 points. So he actually played really well. Anthony Simons had 17 and Shaedon Sharpe had 14. But, yeah. But, yeah, just a dominant win from the Wizards all around. So, anyways, that pretty much covers this video. If you guys want to, thank you guys for watching. If you guys like the video, leave a like and comment down below. And yeah, I will be seeing you guys soon.